He's back.
Henry Cavill is a famous British actor who became famous for his photogenic appearance, charisma, and hard work. Despite the fact that the actor has had a long way to success in Hollywood, today he is a first-rate actor, and the number of Cavill fans is constantly growing. From Superman to The Witcher, how Henry Cavill lives and how much he earns. Henry William Dalglish Cavill was born on Jersey Island, which is part of the Isle of Normandy, on May 5, 1983. Henry was the fourth of 5 boys in the family. At the time of the actor's birth, the older brothers were already grown up, so his mother, Marianne Cavill, became his best friend. So it was until the family got baby Chuck, Henry loved the role of the older brother. He took good care of Chuck, and when his brother grew older, the boys became inseparable. Together, the brothers attended St. Michael's Preparatory School in St. Xavier. The actor's father, Colin Cavill, served in the Navy, so the children didn't see him often. And when he decided to leave the service and become a financial broker, Henry attended a private boarding school, Stowe, in Buckinghamshire. It was a lot of stress for the boy. He constantly called home demanding to be taken back. But the father remained adamant because there could be no whiners in an officer's family. Moreover, the older sons have already proven themselves in the military and in finance. Food helped Henry to cope with the stress at the boarding school. Despite being a member of the local rugby team who exercised every day, his favorite fries with ketchup gave him chubby cheeks and the nickname Fat Cavill. During his school years, Henry became interested in theater. He took part in many plays and drama class. The acting teachers praised Cavill and believed in his talent. And the boy himself felt an incredible rush of adrenaline when he was on stage. When the film crew came to the boarding school to shoot the movie Proof of Life, and Henry could see the whole filming process from the inside, he had his first serious intentions about becoming an actor. In between takes, Henry had a chance to get acquainted with Russell Crowe and tell him about his dream. A couple of days later, he received a parcel from the actor with a postcard saying, "Dear Henry, remember that even the longest journey begins with the first step." Since then, Henry has considered Russell Crowe to be the godfather of his career. A year later, Cavill took his first step in acting. In the early 2000s, filmmakers came to Stowe School again, looking for a ripped young man to take part in the new Kevin Reynolds movie, The Count of Monte Cristo. Henry immediately signed up for an audition, where his talent was noticed by the casting manager of the project. But there was one condition for Henry's approval for the role. He had to lose at least 22 pounds. Nobody believed that Fat Cavill would be able to achieve such a result. But a strict diet and sports helped him to obtain the exact body the directors wanted from him. While preparing for filming, the aspiring actor was invited to star in the Canadian-Italian thriller Hotel Laguna, where the inexperienced actor had to play a love scene for the first time in his life, and his partner on the set was Emmanuel Sagnet. The movie premiered in 2001, and the actor's fee was $413,223. In 2002, the picture The Count of Monte Cristo was released, where the young Cavill got the role of Albert Mondego.
But why risk your life rescuing me?
The son of a fellow noble. It was the least I could do. Judging by your character, I'm sure you would have done the same.
For this film, Henry earned $284,091. He played the role brilliantly and received many positive reviews from critics in Variety, Rolling Stone, The New York Times, and many others. It was on the set of this film that Henry met his first love. She was the younger sister of the filming partner, Polish actress Dagmara Domińczyk, Marika Domińczyk. Although Henry tried to keep his personal life secret from the media, and there were rumors that the aspiring actor was in the closet, later Marika personally confirmed that the rumors about their romance were true. In 2002, the actor appeared in the projects I Capture the Castle with a fee of $162,338 and Goodbye, Mr. Chips, for which he was paid $21,650. Since 2005, Cavill began experimenting with stage personas. He appeared in the thriller Hellraiser: Hell World, for which he received $142,045, the romantic drama Tristan and Isolde for $126,263, and the musical Red Riding Hood, for which he received $103,306. But not everything was so smooth in the career of the novice actor. Henry was denied casting for the Twilight Saga, even though the author of the novels, Stephen Meyer, thought that he was the perfect Edward. However, the producers considered him too old to play a 17-year-old vampire. It was especially unpleasant for the actor because earlier Robert Pattinson had already taken the role of Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter, for which Henry auditioned. The actor's age was also the reason that he was refused at the final casting for Casino Royale, where he tried out for the role of James Bond but turned out to be too young for this role. He was also rejected for the movie Superman Returns. Director Brett Ratner saw Henry as the main candidate for the lead role in the film, but the director was then replaced by Bryan Singer, who gave the role to Brandon Routh. In December 2005, Empire magazine jokingly called Henry the unluckiest guy in Hollywood. Henry was already desperate when he got a lucky break. In 2007, Cavill was invited to audition for the Tudors.
It's a marriage of expedience.
Rather like ours.
No. I loved you.
I don't know the meaning of the word, Charles.
Henry didn't even expect to get into the main cast, hoping to receive at least a bit role, but the producers offered him to play one of the main characters in the story, Duke Charles Brandon. Over 3 years, the crew managed to shoot 4 seasons of the show, and Henry participated in each of them. In between filming, Cavill managed to appear in several more projects, such as Stardust, where the fee was $87,413, Blood Creek, for which he was paid $56,818, and Whatever Works, for which he received $75,758. The actor had to combine the shooting of the last season of The Tudors while playing in the fantasy action movie Immortals.
My kind's blood is the same color as yours. Should we spill some to prove it? Mother! What happens here?
Where he worked with Mickey Rourke and Frida Pinto. Henry's participation in the film was approved a year and a half before the filming had started. All agreements had already been reached, only a few financial issues remained. The actor immediately started to exercise to get himself into shape. Although funding was not yet available, he decided to pay the instructors out of his own pocket until funds were found. In 2011, Henry starred in the action movie The Cold Light of Day and got the role of Superman, which he dreamed of back in 2005. The actor got approved for the role in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Let's put our cards on the table here, General.
You're scared of me because you can't control me. You don't. And you never will.
By the way, Henry became the first Englishman to play the role of this American comic book hero, beating many famous actors at the casting, including Matthew Goode, Armie Hammer, Zac Efron, Dwayne Johnson, Robert Pattinson, and others. It took the actor about 20 minutes to put on the Superman suit. For his participation in the film, he received the MTV Movie Award for Best Hero. It was rumored that Henry received $14 million for the film. However, after the scandal associated with the fact that Gal Gadot received only $300,000 for the role of Wonder Woman, the producers said that the amount of $14 million would be ridiculous, and that all actors normally receive approximately the same fee, not taking into account additional bonuses from the box office. Warner Brothers Studios declined to comment. In 2012, Henry was invited to become the brand ambassador of the new Dunhill Black fragrance. The actor was glad for this offer. He said that it was a great honor because the fragrance, like himself, implied a gentleman's approach to seduction. By the way, the actor's cooperation with the brand began back in 2008, when he took part in their advertising commercials and photo sessions. During this period, Cavill dated Ellen Whittaker, who was a jockey. In the spring of 2011, the actor even proposed to her, but the couple broke up a year later by mutual agreement. Shortly after they broke off the engagement, Henry began dating the MMA fighter and actress Gina Carano. The actors' relationship was difficult. The couple broke up in 2013, and Cavill began dating Big Bang Theory star Kaylee Cuoco. However, this romance only lasted 10 days. And Henry returned to Gina, and they dated for another year. The couple even managed to adopt an Akita puppy named Cal, which Henry kept for himself after the breakup. In 2013, Henry Cavill was named World's Sexiest Man by Glamour magazine and the third in the 100 Sexiest Movie Stars by Empire. In 2015, Henry Cavill appeared at the CinemaCon festival where, together with Armie Hammer, he presented Guy Ritchie's new film, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., in which the actor played Napoleon Solo.
You've actually thought this through.
Would you like to finish what we started?
Stop! You two are supposed to be looking after me.
Tom Cruise was initially chosen for this role, but he decided to focus on the movie Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, so he was replaced by Henry. Few people know this, but most of the stunts in the movie were performed by Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer themselves. In 2016, the actor, along with the Hollywood star Scarlett Johansson, played in a commercial to advertise the new smartphone Huawei P9. In the same year, 32-year-old Cavill began dating a 19-year-old student at the University of Bristol, Tara King, but the relationship ended 2 months later. Sources close to the actor claim that they remained good friends, but this relationship had no future. Cavill wasn't going to say goodbye to the Superman suit. He signed a contract with DC Extended Universe to shoot in 4 more movies about the superhero. In March 2016, fans saw the first of them, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
You're not brave. Men are brave.
For the filming of the movie, Henry gained twice as much muscle mass as for the filming of Man of Steel. He exercised before and during the filming of the movie, reaching a weight of 220 pounds. The actor's instructor said that Cavill managed to gain such weight because he hadn't stopped exercising and kept himself in the shape he had gained for the first role of Superman. By the way, Henry refused to take steroids and use CGI to improve his body on the screen. The actor didn't want to use trickery when playing the superhero. He wanted to make his body worthy of the character. The movie received a wave of bad criticism and 7 nominations for the Golden Raspberry Awards, in 4 of which it won. Cavill was nominated for the award for Worst Actor, and his duo with Affleck was awarded the Razzie Award for Worst Screen Combo. The critics' assessment didn't affect the release of the following parts of the film. As soon as 2017, the confrontation between superheroes and the forces of evil continued in Justice League.
You did this. I had to. You won't let me live. You won't let me die.
At the same time, Cavill was busy filming the action movie Mission Impossible: Fallout.
Where's the needle? Didn't need it. Get him up.
Where his character wears a lush mustache and the actor was not allowed to shave it off under the contract. In Justice League, he was acting wearing the mustache, which was then removed with CGI. Despite this, footage of Superman with a mustache hit the web and became a popular internet meme. Another meme with the actor appeared when his fellow DC movie colleague, Jason Momoa, made fun of his friend at the premiere of Suicide Squad by sneaking up behind him on the red carpet. The meme still hasn't lost its popularity among fans of the two actors. In the same year, 2017, another premiere took place in his filmography, a screening of the military drama Sand Castle. By the way, while working on the movie Mission Impossible: Fallout, Henry met stunt woman Lucy Cork and immediately fell in love with the girl. The actor was captivated by the courage, strength, and self-respect that Lucy possessed, but this romance was over by the beginning of 2018. In 2018, Cavill starred in the American-Canadian action movie Nomus. Henry has always had many hobbies. In 2018, he began to practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. As a true seducer, the actor is fluent in French. In addition, Henry knows German and Italian pretty well, but is most proud of his ability to order beer in Czech. In September of the same year, news broke that Cavill would star in the film adaptation of the video game The Witcher, which in turn was based on a series of fantasy novels.
Now!
The creator of the show, Lauren Hissrich, knew at first glance that it was Henry who should play the Witcher Geralt. Everyone liked how Cavill played Geralt, even the author of the novels, Andrzej Sapkowski. Henry completely devoted himself to the role. He actively exercised, built up muscle mass, and learned to handle a sword, as he was a big fan of the game The Witcher and wanted to make the image perfect. He decided to snatch this role at all costs as soon as he heard about future filming. His appearance in the show made the plot more interesting. It was the actor who came up with the strange Rivian accent, which surprised the audience. Henry was not afraid to swim in the mud, perform stunts, get injured, and was ready to do anything to make the image real. He completely devoted himself to the role, even injured his eyes due to the constant wearing of contacts, which made the Witcher's gaze sinister. The recovery took about 3 weeks. By the way, one of the highlights of the actor in real life is heterochromia. That is, his eyes are of different colors, a little bit of brown and a little bit of blue. Such devotion was totally worth it. Moreover, the show became one of the most successful in that year, and Henry was one of the most talked about. He also received a good fee in the amount of $3.2 million for the season and was paid $400,000 for each episode. After the release of the show, the actor was suspected of having an affair with his partner on the set, Freya Allen. The journalist's suspicions were confirmed only by mutual likes on social networks and the looks that the actors gave each other at press conferences. But the romance was never officially confirmed by either side. The actor's peaceful character didn't save him from scandals. In 2018, in an interview for GQ magazine, when asked about the movement against sexual harassment, Me Too, Henry complained that it is difficult to meet and flirt with girls in the modern world because any flirting can be turned against the man. The actor was strongly criticized by people who supported this movement. Cavill was forced to apologize for his careless remarks to everyone he had offended. In 2019, Henry was invited to be the brand ambassador of the Fall-Winter 2019-2020 season Boss Eyewear campaign. In the commercial, the actor demonstrates impeccable style. In the summer of 2020, Henry Cavill posted a video where he builds a gaming PC for himself. The serious face of the actor and the brutality of the whole process added a special charm to the video, so it quickly went viral. A lot of new memes appeared with the participation of PC wizard Henry Cavill. By the way, if you ask Henry what he likes to play on, Xbox or PlayStation, the actor will always answer on PC. Cavill is also an avid collector of Warhammer 40,000 desktop miniatures. In September 2020, the adventure picture Enola Holmes premiered. It's about the younger sister of the famous detective, and Henry appeared as Sherlock Holmes.
Do you have any sense as to where my mother is?
How did you find me?
Letters hidden up her chimney. The ash on the sole of her shoe. And the coal dust led me to them.
She always said you never missed anything.
When showing images of Sherlock Holmes in the show, Henry Cavill's head was superimposed on Holmes's from the original illustrations by Sidney Paget. By the way, the creators of the show have already announced work on the second season, so very soon we will see Henry in the image of Sherlock Holmes again. In 2020, No. 1 Botanicals invited Cavill to advertise a new series of healthy rosemary water. In the advertising campaign, Henry appears against the backdrop of Italian landscapes. In the pictures, the actor looks courageous, stylish, and at the same time simple. The image won the hearts of millions of fans of the actor around the world. In the fall of 2020, the famous net artist Boss Logic posted a photo on Instagram in which he portrayed Henry Cavill as the White Wolf Prince Arthas, one of the characters in the Warcraft franchise. The actor's reaction to the post was that he contacted the official publisher of the famous game series. Information about the upcoming Warcraft adaptation recently appeared, So this gesture can be considered Henry's desire to participate in the project, since the actor had repeatedly said in interviews that he's an ardent fan of World of Warcraft. And in March 2021, the director's cut of the superhero movie Zack Snyder's Justice League, in which Cavill starred, was released. There have been rumors lately that the era of Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel is coming to an end. More and more information appears in the media that Superman will become black in the new movie, so the actor will have to give way to a new hero. Despite this, Cavill's work will not diminish. It is reported that the 38-year-old actor may appear in the Fast and Furious franchise, and insiders also say that Henry is being considered for the role of Hercules in the Marvel film adaptation, and Netflix wants to see him in the sequel to Six Underground. Either way, soon we will find out how events develop in the life of the actor, and whether we will see him in Superman's suit again. The actor himself wants to play the evil Superman, whose image can be seen in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Will Warner Bros. Studio provide the opportunity for Cavill? We don't know yet. On March 8, 2021, Henry posted an old childhood photo with himself and his mother in it on Instagram. In the photo, the boy sits in a sweater with the Superman logo, whom he managed to play in adulthood. In his Instagram account, the actor shows not only leisure but also part of his work. He also demonstrates his workouts, which was an essential part of Henry's day during the filming of the second season of The Witcher. By the way, filming ended in April 2021, and soon it will be possible to plunge into the world of The Witcher again. Despite his failures in love, Cavill said in an interview that he dreams of having a family, now that he has realized his ambitions in movies. In April 2021, Henry was spotted in London on a walk with a mysterious blonde girl. The actor decided to reveal all the secrets at once and posted a photo of himself and the girl on Instagram. She turned out to be Natalie Viscuso. Most likely, the couple met on the set of the movie Man of Steel when Natalie was helping in the filming process there. Despite rumors that often appear in the media, the couple is still together, which Henry confirmed on his Instagram, asking fans not to speculate and adding that he lives in love. To date, the actor's capital is estimated at $40 million. He now lives in a mansion he bought in 2013 for $5 million on Lake Sherwood, near Los Angeles. The mansion is quite futuristic and sits atop a natural elevation. The first and second floors are framed by open terraces with glass railing. The house has a swimming pool with a small waterfall, which offers a beautiful view of the surrounding nature, and huge windows allow you to admire the beauty of the outside world from anywhere in the spacious rooms. The actor put up the other mansion, his childhood home, for sale back in 2016 for £3.8 million. The luxurious mansion is located on Jersey Island. The house has 6 bedrooms, a modern stylist kitchen equipped with the necessary appliances, and a large dining table, as well as a spacious living room. Henry has a small fleet of vehicles. The actor's first car was a Peugeot 206. Later, when his income from films rose substantially, he acquired a Rolls-Royce Wraith, and now his collection also includes a McLaren MP4 12C, Mercedes-Benz E-Class, Ferrari 458 Spider, Audi e-tron, and a Bentley Continental GT. Well, there he is, The Witcher, Superman, and at the same time, an ordinary PC games fan, Henry Cavill. If not for the role of Superman, would Henry Cavill be so successful? What do you think? If you like the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a lot of interesting things.